5 top behaviors that scare women away from men that they should have been dating or been married to happily, sadly. And I'm going to tell you in this video what those 5 top behaviors are, and of course 6 way outs so that you don't fall into this cesspool. Trust me, as a man, you are supposed to be on top of your game. You're supposed to be human. You're supposed to show up and recognized. You're supposed to show up in your own destiny. You're supposed to show up in your being, right? And it's not about any validation anywhere. Many of these behaviors are the reasons why there are lots of, what I call it, part-time relationships, caught on ghosting, people ghosting people in relationships, people getting away with all sorts, people abandoning marriages halfway or midway, and just jetting off. And to get to the root of this matter, psychologically, these things have also been seen to be real issues that human beings have in general. But when it comes to relationship that a man has to have together to be able to propagate, a relationship that will last, and of course, propagate a family that can live after him. And this is why it's so important. This morning, if today is the first time you're seeing my face, welcome. Right here, I help you unveil and understand women because you love them. I unveil women for men who love them. And welcome, my name is Chisom. If this is the kind of advice you've been seeking for, then stick around and I'll be right back. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe right now. Welcome back. So, what are these 5 top behaviors that are so nagging that I thought I should come tell you, especially because you love, right? You love the idea of women, right? You love all the things that come with having a flourishing relationship. So I have to tell you, all right? Number 1 behavior that scare women away from men, especially in the 21st century. Number 1 on the list, is lack of leadership. Yes, people throw these words around a lot, but so you might even be asking, what is leadership? When you are not leading in a relationship, that means you're not providing direction. You are not the one coming up with what is supposed to be done, how it's supposed to be done. You're not the ones asking, oh, how do we do this? Calling for that meeting where we need to make agreement with your girlfriend or your spouse or whoever, a significant other. You are laid back. You're the partner who is waiting to be attended to. You know what I mean? You're the one that is waiting for her to ask, what should we do about this and all that. That has a whole lot of impact on leadership. Look at it this way. You are the man. So you are the one that starts off a relationship. No matter how a relationship starts, a woman integrally comes to join you to go somewhere, in life. Now, so imagine you enter a bus and there is a driver, sitting in the driver's seat, but he is not moving anywhere. He is not communicating with those who are in the bus. What will happen? Those in the bus will revolt, like,
let's move, let's do this, let's tell us something, or get out from there, let's drive this car and leave this place.
Just put that picture in your mind for a moment, and then you'll be able to see how that it feels when a woman enters a relationship with you and all you do is serve her, which is absolutely good. But then beyond that, you don't provide any which way. In fact, she has to ask you, where are we taking this relationship to? What are we doing next? When should we go see my parents? That's not a good behavior. Trust me, it scares at least 70% in my estimation of women away, because it makes them feel like, no, this guy is going to waste my time. This guy may have other plans. And, they jet off. Number 2 behavior that scares women away a lot from men is lack of ambition. Like you're literally living your life blaming every other person but yourself. You're literally comfortable with less. You're literally comfortable being the one not heading anything. You're literally just relaxed. Life is going birthday after birthday. You don't have anything you're pursuing, whether educationally, whether career, whether family, whether starting a family, nothing. And the worst part is, for those kind of men, they are not even communicating anything. It's a different thing when a man is full of dreams and you can see substantially that he's making effort, but things are not working out yet, right? But when he doesn't even have any trigger of success, there's nothing that keeps him up at night. It gives most women the alarm that this might not be where you should be. Remember, also in this channel, that when we talk about men, women, we are just using that term to signify what could be the scenario. It's no way the case of everybody, right? Human behaviors are different, temperaments are different, so experiences also are different. How people perceive things are different, right? So that is really key. Lack of ambition. A woman will love a man who has something he's pursuing, something that he's going after, that takes a lot of his time. And when he accomplishes it, he rejoices and he moves on to the next. Because that's what life is about. What are we here doing, right? But to be, so women love to be led. That doesn't mean they want to be in servitude per se, or they want to be controlled and their life mission crumble just because they are following a man. But they want to be able to know that my man is heading this way, and even though I'm going this way, we can always work together to make it happen, right? She is constantly waiting for your matching order. So leadership and ambition has to go, and it has to be healthy ambition, guys. Yeah, it has to be healthy ambition. Okay, now the next thing that is a no-no for most women is a man who lacks money-making skills. You know how that sadly a woman can get away with not knowing how to make money and all of that. It is what it is. I didn't start it. I didn't say it's good, but that's what it is. Even you feel good when you make money and give to a woman without even saying you should get something to do by yourself, whether it's a relative, friend, or so. So that's how it is, right? But on your path, imagine that you are also waiting around to be given handouts. You are not consistently trying to be better in whatever career you are in. You're not consistently learning how best to sustain your money, whether it's investing in business, whatever you're doing. You're not interested. You can get millions of naira right now, and in 2 weeks, 1 month, 1 year, you're back to being broke. And that has happened over and over again, and you don't seem to pay attention to the pattern. That's what I mean by lacking money making skills. And you need to fix that, because as somebody who wants a woman in his life, who wants to start a family, you are the incubator, you're the trigger of making things happen when it comes to your family life. You are trying to build a family name. You're trying to get a woman into your life that will give you children who are going to expand your horizon, your empire. So you better be the head of that empire indeed. And to run it, you need a lot of money. You do. And people already succeeded at making money. All you have to do is the next thing. I will let you know how to go about it when I'm telling you what exactly to do to get out of this behavior. But for now, that is a scary behavior that makes a lot of women begin to think twice and then ghost you and all of those things. Some even leave some men at the altar. Because of this kind of thing, because they have seen the wedding planning and how all their money entered, and how you didn't even make plans, how it is in the morning of the wedding that you went to get your shirt, disorganization, and they're feeling, no, I think I'm going to have a heavy load to bear if I get to marry this man. That takes me to the next point. The fourth behavior that gives women the jitters, like, oh my God, how am I supposed to do this, right? The next behavior that women are so scared about when it comes to a man is a man who does not have humane attributes. Humane attribute means a man who is not sensitive, who is not feeling, who doesn't pay attention. It's part of what some people call being romantic, right? Or being affectionate. It tells an average woman that this man is so disconnected from his core that I may not be able to cope. Because when the chips are down in marriage or relationship, sometimes there's ups and downs like life presents. It is that ability to, speak to each other, be open, be vulnerable, express yourself, that keeps the bond in relationships together. So when a man lacks that total feeling, doesn't feel anything, doesn't think that when somebody is expressing themselves, they are, is valid, then it gives most women the red flag that, oh my God, I don't think I can cope. Okay, and it gives them, the idea that this man needs a lot of therapy to get on, and I don't think I want to spend my life, trying to help somebody heal, or and even getting the man to accept that in the first place is another issue. So you see, it becomes a little bit complicated. Another thing that gives women the chill, God, is sexual recklessness. When you're the kind of man that any woman you see, you are carried away, you are distracted, you spend all your money, the bulk, 90% of your income goes to one woman or the other, trying to find favors, trying to, get a part of the cookie, trying to, it gives an average woman, no matter who she is, even if she's into street life and met you also on the street, at some point where you're saying, oh, let's build a relationship, she's already, thinking that, okay, so we need to leave the street, right, to be able to build something, because the street is very distracting, right? It has no potentials of commitment, if you know what I mean. So when you are saying let's do this, but integrally she sees that you are trying, you want this, but everything about you still screams recklessness, still screams let's go, green light, red light, all of those, and you can't seem to get your genitals in one place, it's not going to work. In most cases, it's not going to work. Yes, I know there are women who forgive bad behaviors. All this thing I'm saying is almost like, what do you mean? What's she talking about? We don't really care. Maybe, they have your own agenda. But because I know that you want to build something solid, something that will outlive you, something that will be inspiring down the generation, and you want this, right? Sexual recklessness? No way. No, no, no. Okay, so make sure that you are at the place where you can fix these things. And that's why I'm giving you 6 key ways to go about fixing any of these behaviors if you have them already, because you need a woman in your life, because you've chosen to, and that's why you're on this channel, I guess. So let's go right into what you should do to make sure that you get away from this toxic, unproductive behavior. Who wants a woman scared of them? I mean, you want women falling around you and you making your own choice and feeling fly every day. So why scare them away? The final point about what makes most women literally, run away is when you lack self-respect. Like, you literally don't respect yourself. That is very evident in today's age. I don't know why. It's becoming almost like a pandemic, that a lot of men don't seem to, see themselves as worthy. So they talk anyhow, they play around anyhow, they talk to women, abusively. They don't attach importance to emotion, to feelings. They are not emotionally intelligent. I think that's the word. So they want to open up or to strike a conversation with a woman. It goes the other way, because he's going to make allusion to something sexual, something depressing, something negative, that will make the person cringe and not want to, go ahead with them. And it stems from a deep-seated conflict of low self-esteem, and trying their best to still show up. Lack of self-respect is a huge problem. It's a lot of issues that tells that, in oneself, one is not congruent, is not one together, is not happy with where they are, and yet are not making effort to get out of there, or don't know what to do, right? So let's get into the 6 things you should do to make sure that these behaviors don't ruin your relationship and your chances, right? Number 1 thing to do to begin to curb any of these 5 top bad behaviors is to know that you are enough. Oh my God, I can't say that enough. That within you, as you are, you have all that it takes to succeed. No way. You don't need any relative. You don't need any past relationship to blame. You don't need anybody to give you anything per se before you could begin to get something out of your life. You are enough just the way you are. You are. All you need is think and sit down with a pen and a paper and think about all the good attributes about yourself, about your personality, the things people commend you about, the things that come to you easily, and double down on them, right? Double down on them. You might be sitting down here blaming everybody. Meanwhile, you have a persuasive skill that many people go to Harvard to learn and still don't practice it well, but it comes to you naturally. That is your God's gift that God has given you to be able to be a great salesman, to be able to market your business, to be able to lure people, not lure now, be able to attract people to whatever it is that you decide to do, and they will happily, patronize you or support you. And you are not harnessing it. You're harnessing it in the wrong things. You're helping people, get babes persuasively. Meanwhile, you should be using it to your advantage. You'll be using this skill, for instance, to get things that are not adding to yourself. So you see what I mean? Know that you're enough. That's number one. That is number one. Know that you're enough. Take stock of the things that are positive about you, because we all have it. Everybody has what things that they came here with. God is not partial. That they came here with factory fitted to help them succeed at life, and you have it. You just have been ignoring it for the longest time. Number two thing to do if you want to get your life back is sit down and plan your life. Have a life plan. Where do you want to be in 2 years' time? Where do you want to be living? What kind of car do you want to be driving? What kind of house do you want to be living? Which kind of friend do you need? Who is the mentor that you need? Where should you be playing? Who should be your clique of friends? What kind of business should you be doing? What kind of job will you be in? You have to picture it. If you don't see it, you can't step into it. You need to know, where will I be in 5 years' time? And who will I be with? What will I be doing? What will my life be? It is very important. A lot of men, sadly, don't come to this point where they sit down, pen to paper, and plan their life. And you have to do it, because you want to be one among the 1% of men who want to succeed at life. Number three thing you need to do is go and submit yourself to learning. There are books, there are YouTube videos, there are seminars, conferences. Sadly, women are the ones who take this aspect of their life seriously. Self-development is key. You must submit yourself to learning, because we are not an island. You can't be an island. Nobody knows it all. Every day there's something to learn. I imagine the things I have to learn every day, and I'm like, I don't know how people who don't read, who don't listen to to self-development resources, how do they cope through life? Life is changing by the second. The same way the technology is evolving, that's how human behavior is evolving. But you don't know, because you're not seeking for knowledge actively. Submit yourself to mentors, worthy mentors who have gone ahead, who have succeeded at the things that you want to do. That plan you have for 5 years, somebody's already living it now. Find the person. Do whatever it will cost you. If you need to travel, you need to fly, you need to do anything, you need to make a call, you need to send an email, whatever. Reach out to such people and learn from them. I beg you. It's for your destiny. It's for the people that are going to call you granddaddy tomorrow, grandfather tomorrow, great-grandfather tomorrow. You need to, be an ancestor that will give people the head start. Okay, number 4, right? Go for therapy. Yes, it's not cheap, but invest in therapy so that you can dig into the foundations of certain things you're struggling with. If it's sexual recklessness, if it's not feeling anything because of subdued emotions over the years, you need to get to a point, you need to get a professional who will help you unburden and trace the root cause of what you're going through, and then relieve it in a way that you can live your life free. So many men are in bondage of emotion, bondage of expectation, bondage of pleasing women, bondage of sexual recklessness. In most cases, older women are the ones who even got them into the sexual recklessness at a very young age, and they feel trapped and not talking to anybody. That shouldn't be you. Go for therapy. Number 5, practice self-discipline. The things you're learning, the things you're yearning for, the books you're reading, practice them. That's how to get better. So you don't live, you can't stay a week without having to, make love or get intimate with a woman. Practice staying for 2 weeks, 1 month, 1 year, and tell yourself, I won't do them. So you begin to find tools that will help distract you from such bad behaviors, especially when you're not married. What are you ruining your life? Why are you ruining your cement? Why are you ruining your health? Just because of a quickie, just because of, few seconds of what you call fun. But for me, it's not fun. By the way, we're going to, define what fun really is. Because so many people have been deceived by this idea of fun. What is fun when it is, bringing you down, when it's not adding positive things to you? The final thing I wanted to share that you can do to get out of this trap is to have a checklist, so that as you practice, you tick off the ones you're overcoming and the things you've done in readiness for building a home. Very important. And you know what? I have a checklist that you can download right here in the description, and 21 key things that when you get them ticked, you are ready for a beautiful relationship and you're ready to choose a wife. It's called the Ready to Choose a Wife checklist right here in the description. Please go and download it. Have fun. Okay, until I come your way again, you know how I bring it hot, 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 hot. If you like this video, like it, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and see you in my next video. Remember, you can drop your questions right here in the comment section or in my email, and I'll answer your questions using a video like this. Send this to also men who are struggling, and let them also know what you know. There's love in sharing, okay? So let brotherly love continue. All right, thank you for watching. Bye.